We're driving through 22 knots of wind with the rail in the water, headed straight towards unlit oil rigs in the dark. But the only thing on my mind is this modified part going to hold. Back in September, right in the middle of a race, the gooseneck on Jim's CNC 34 failed completely. We managed to lash the boom to the deck and limp across the finish line under headsail because racers got a race. And we knew we were grounded until the repairs could be made. All right, crisis averted. We just had part of the gooseneck broke. I don't know if you can see it from here. I'll zoom in. I know you're not gonna be able to hear me. That broke as we were getting ready to tack. So the crew got together really quick, dropped that mainsail, we tied it off. Now we're just sailing under headsail and we're going to continue the course. Jim says, winners never quit. That's his motto, right?
Racers got to race.
Yes, racers got to race. That's what we do. So it's a beautiful day out here. There's no reason to quit. The crew's safe. Everybody did a great job, and we'll let you know how we do. We were actually having a great season up to this moment. When the gooseneck snapped, we were pointed really high, so the boom went straight down, and thankfully it wasn't a swinging hazard, but we still had to act fast. Finishing the race with just the headsail felt a little weird, especially since we're usually chasing the fleet. The crew crossed the finish line full of hope, but as we stared at the lifeless boom, we were unsure what this would mean to our race season. Sourcing cast aluminum parts for a 40-year-old performance boat isn't exactly like grabbing a part off the shelf of your local auto parts store. I even asked around at the Annapolis Boat Show in October, but I came up empty. We eventually found a sailboat salvage company online called Anchors Oars Sailboat Parts. They specialize in salvage and hard-to-find gear. The owner was genuinely eager to help us. He dug through his inventory and found a gooseneck that looked like it might match. Not only was he super helpful, but he shipped the part to us immediately so we could get back to racing. Unfortunately, the 40-year-old replacement part had seen some battles of its own, so it wasn't an exact plug-and-play fit.
Yeah, see, we can't even make that side fit without re-drilling.
But is there a top and bottom side by any chance?
Well, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't seem to change it.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's funny because this side actually...
Jim figured the best option was to have a custom stainless steel replacement made, so he reached out to a local machinist who said he could make it. So we put the used aluminum part on the shelf and waited.
It's just slightly off. I mean, just like a little bit down, which could be... That could be fixed by over drilling these, but see how far it's... So I wonder... Well, darn.
Unfortunately, the weeks turned into months. The crew was disappointed because every week we fell further behind on points. We kept our fingers crossed, but the part just never came. With the new race season here, Jim went back to the part that Anchors and Oars sent us. We're all excited that Jim got the gooseneck fixed on his boat, and we are ready to take off and get this boat back in the water. Day is quite gusty, so I'm not sure if we're actually going to take off. I think we're sustained well over 20, so I don't know what this is going to look like, but it's a glorious day to get back to racing on Jim's CNC 34. Jim had to manipulate the part to make it work. After modifying the screw holes and using some gentle persuasion with a grinder to get the alignment right, he finally got a fit that he was comfortable with. That brings us to the start sequence. While we were getting ready in the marina, we saw our friend Daniel on his kiteboard. We got a little too close at one point and stole his wind. And we're sorry about sending you for a swim.
Oh! It's that big sail you got!
The conditions were spirited, to say the least. We were seeing sustained winds over 21 miles per hour, and the sea state was rough enough that one of our crew members actually got seasick shortly after the race started.
Pursuit start! Oh, pursuits.
You can never gauge it by these videos, but wow, we have a ton of wind. In fact, today's race day, and there was only one other boat out here today. We're sustained over 22 with gust at 24. It looks like it's settled down just a little bit out there, but just a minute ago, it's just breaking over. There was waves breaking over the breakwater. That's probably, what, 4 foot? We've taken a single reef here, and we're gonna just see how it works out for us.
All right, there we go. Now we're good.
Definitely see the improvement in the sail shape.
Ooh, a little bit tighter. Watch self-attacking.
Good thing we reefed that.
Yeah,
One reef's ahead. We got off to a clean start, but it was a grind working our way upwind. We spent half the trip with the tow rail in the water. The boat points exceptionally well, and the replacement gooseneck held up perfectly under all that pressure. All right, we're getting tossed around out here a little bit. I'm looking at it right now, you can't see it, but we're right at 22 sustained. Really not any gust. It's not changed by more than a couple knots in either direction, but I haven't seen it under 20 since we left the breakwater. We got a good course right now. We're not getting too wet for what we're handling.
Here we go, we're gonna tack.
The trickiest part is seeing the mark at the far end of the course. It sits right in the middle of a field of unlit wellheads. It was pitch black, and it gets a little hairy, charging through the dark at hull speed, trusting a spotlight to keep us from hitting a pipe. We were just at 9 on that wave. I think I got it filmed. We found the mark, rounded it, and had a great downwind run to the finish line. Even though we hadn't raced in several months, we ended up taking the win in the working sails class. Thanks, guys! Huge thanks to Anchors and Oars for the amazing customer service and fast shipping. Even though we tried to go the custom route first, this part is the reason we're back on the water today. If you ever need hard to find gear, check out the link in the description below. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching till the end and following my journey, one adventure at a time. If you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Your engagement really helps the algorithm show my videos to a broader audience. Alright, I'll see you next time.